welcome to my latest tutorial. I'll be using Ian Barnard's Grid Builder to show you how I create this piece in Procreate. You'll need an iPad Pro and an Apple Pencil or a stylus, Procreate and Ian Barnard's Grid Builder. Without further ado, let's head into the tutorial. The first step you'll want to do is to go ahead and open a new document. And then once you have imported your Ian Barnard's Grid Builder into your brushes, select which shape you like. So I'm going to go for the bow tie looking one. And then simply press it in place. And then on a new layer, I'm going to select a different one. After scrolling through the list, I'm going to go ahead and simply select the straightforward grid, which is the block grid, and then I'm just going to press down on the screen to put it into place. Again, I then add a new layer and repeat this process. You can then make sure that your grids are aligned by making sure the notches in the centre of the grid are all centred and aligned correctly. Once I have done this, I then merge all three layers together. Now I'm just going to add a rough sketch of my design, so I'll go in and pick a different colour. So I'm just going to use a blue, and using the HB pencil, I then just loosely plot out the wording for my design. I then want to go in and add a serif type lettering, and for this I'm just going to use his letter builder, which I've already imported as a font. So I quickly type out the word that I like, click the letter builder, adjust to the size. Once I'm happy with that and click done, I then head to the arrow button. And then I move to the angle that I need it to, and using the warp button, I warp the grid according to the bow tie grid. Once I am happy with the positioning of my grid, I'm then going to go back into my layers panel. I'm going to change the opacity down to much lower, just so that I can see it faintly, and I'm going to be able to draw on top of it. I'm then going to go in with the brush that I'd like to use for my lettering, and me personally, you don't have to, I'm going to use my monoline chalk calligraphy brush, which will give my lettering nice grainy texture. I'm then going to go in and draw some straight lines for my serif lettering. So for that, just simply draw a line, press and hold, and Procreate will actually snap it into a straight line for you. Because I've got two letters the same within one word, I am going to go in and copy the letter I already need. So for that, use the lasso tool and draw around the letter, and then click copy and paste, and then flip your word horizontally, and then just drag it and adjust to size. I'm then going to go in and do my script layer. So for this, I'm using my chalk calligraphy brush, and I'm just going to trace over exactly what I'd penciled in previously. Because I've done my lettering on each layer, I can move it about freely and reposition it wherever's best. Once I am happy with the position of the text, I'm then going to go into the layers panel and minimise my grid layers so I have just my lettering left. I'm then going to click add image and just add a textured background. Now this is optional, I just want to add a bit more to my picture, so I go in, add the image, and then set that layer to multiply. I then want to add some colour, so I'm going to create a new layer on top of my trust word, set it to clipping mask, and then drag my selected colour over to the page. Once I am happy with this colour on the layer, I then click merge down. I then want to add a 3D effect to this lettering, so I duplicate the trust layer twice, and on the second layer I add a new layer on top of this, select it to clipping mask, and I select a darker colour. I then swipe it over and click merge down. I then use the arrow tool just to position the wording to the side to give it that 3D effect. The next step is to merge down that first duplicated layer of the trust, so I have circled it here. Just click the layer and select merge down. Then all you want to do is zoom in and join up the ends together. I then want to add some shadow to this layer we've just created, so add a new layer on top of it, select it to clipping mask, select a darker colour, and then go in and begin to add the shading. Once I have finished with my shading, I then want to go in and change the colour of my other words. I just need to add a new layer above each word, select my colour and drag it over. Once I'm happy with my colour on that layer, I then just click merge down. I then just wanted to add some cute little details to the lettering, so adding a new layer on the top using a white colour, I just go in and add some simple lines to both lettering. If you have taken part in today's tutorial, remember to tag me over on Instagram @handmadedesigns for your chance to be mentioned. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.